Hi there. We know that sometimes having an uncomfortable conversation, just finding the words is difficult. So we provided 6 tips or 6 easy phrases that you can use in different situations. For example, let's say somebody is being mean to you or belittling you. They are looking to get a rise out of you. So the best thing you can do after someone says something is ask them to repeat it. Often they're looking for a reaction. So that kind of takes the fun out of it when you ask them to repeat it. And then you could follow up with something like, was your intent to embarrass me? So, for example, let's say every time you go home, your grandmother says, are you still single? And you could say, what did you say, Grandma? Did you say that to embarrass me? And that's really going to take the wind out of the sails of somebody that's trying to make you feel bad or belittle you. Hopefully, your grandmother is not trying to do that, but you get my point. Second one, what to say to focus on the problem and not the people. So remember that the issue isn't each other. The issue is the problem at hand. So for example, let's say you and your roommate are having an issue because the room is really messy and you're both going away for the weekend. You could say something like, I see that the garbage needs to be taken out to be emptied. How should we solve this? It's the whole concept is to try to make the other person your teammate and not the enemy or not the person on the other side. So it's inviting them in to solve it with you, to asking how can we approach this together? And that should help to let them know that you want to solve this together. Number 3, sometimes people say things and we get triggered, or sometimes people do something and it really gets us heightened. So, and sometimes we make up narratives in our head even when the information is lacking. So there's this phrase by Brene Brown, in the absence of data, we will make up stories. So have you ever found yourself making up assumptions due to missing information? Like, oh, they didn't invite me to lunch. And then all of a sudden you have a narrative out there. So one thing that you could say is the story I'm telling myself is that you didn't ask me to lunch because you don't want to be friends anymore. And just opening it up like, hey, I know I might sound a little nutty, but here's what I'm telling myself. Or, um, maybe pause and think, what could they mean by this statement? Is there another interpretation on it? Or you can invite them to say, after they say something, you could say, tell me more, and just continue that until you actually get them to really explain it in a way that maybe feels less hurtful or less triggering, or that they can pick up on the fact that somehow there's something that's not landing well. Sometimes we say things with the most positive intent and it does not land well. So what to say if the other party gets triggered by a statement or action that you say? So you could say, again, tell me more, right? Or you could say something like, hey, what'd you hear when I said that to you? And that way you're not saying, but I said this and getting really defensive. It's instead saying, what did you hear when I said that to you? So this encourages further dialogue, hopefully reduces miscommunication. Another thing, maybe, being interrupted is a hard thing, especially when you're trying to get your point across. It can make you feel disrespected or belittled. And that's really hard. So there's a 3-step model that I'm going to suggest. So the first time that you get interrupted in a conversation, let it go. You're going to assume positive intent. Maybe they were really excited. You're just going to give them grace and let it go the first time. And then the second time, you're going to use their name and a power statement. So for example, let's say I'm having a conversation with Fred and he interrupted me once. I let it go. I'm like, okay, keep listening. And then I'm talking and then Fred interrupts me again. And I'm going to say, hey, Fred, I can't hear you when you interrupt me. And it's important to use their name and that power statement because that really sets the stage of, hey, I'm talking to you. And, this is kind of me drawing some attention to this pattern. If on a third time, you assert your boundaries. We've learned about boundaries a lot. They're really important. So the third time is it, hey, if you continue to interrupt me, I can't have this conversation with you. Do you need me to have this conversation with you later after you've had some time to reflect on it? But I can't continue to have this conversation right now. And then finally, the number 6. So we've all heard about the compliment sandwich, and that's kind of a controversial way to deliver news because it can be misleading. Because imagine somebody's coming in and they're like, hey, how are you doing today? and then I want to dump you, it feels like you've gotten your hopes up. You're on this emotional roller coaster. You don't know what's happening. So some of the best advice I've heard is to make it direct. So come in. Thanks for taking time to meet with me. I've got some bad news. But I felt it was important to be honest with you because I know you value honesty. The reason we're doing those second parts is that it's allowing that person to kind of take a beat, like, oh, wait, I do value honesty, or I want to be the kind of person that values honesty. So then they're more likely to take it better because it's you are saying like, hey, I value honesty. I value you. Therefore, I'm going to be honest with you. I've got some bad news for you. So hopefully these 6 little tips help. Sometimes we know just knowing what to say, it's half the battle. But if you need any help, come visit us in Student Rights and Responsibilities. Our dispute resolution coaches are here to help. Bye.